Not every day do we hear about news that makes us as happy as this. In this video, we'll talk about Nintendo's new rules against customers who harass staff and the praise the company got for it. Also, Switch is giving away one of the best games of all time for just $2. Make sure you watch this video till the very end to learn about it all. First up, Nintendo got praised for the new rules. Nintendo just came in with what might be the best customer service terms and conditions update. It allows the employees to refuse repairs and replacements to clients who are unreasonable and abusive toward them. We don't see updates like this every day, so Nintendo is getting all the praise for this considerate change in their policies. Everyone from social media users to gaming world experts applauded Nintendo's giant move to protect its consumer-facing employees from harassment by customers. One of the experts said that it spreads awareness and societal understanding because customers usually think they're entitled to get services despite their behavior, so it was a necessary move. We're also hoping that other businesses might also want to learn from this. A Ministry of Health, Labor, and Welfare official praised the company's initiative, saying, "Some corporations began taking a resolute stance against the issue, which is effective." Next up, what's the new rule? The Japanese game company updated its rules on repair services back in October to pass a new section on harassment by customers. The new rule says that Nintendo employees reserve the right to refuse to replace or repair products when a customer deliberately threatens, verbally abuses, or keeps an employee on the phone for a long time. A PR official at Nintendo said they decided after concluding that their customers would understand because of their reputation for faithfully responding to them. This initiative was important on many levels because we don't usually realize that, unlike sexual harassment or workplace bullying, there aren't any legal controls on harassment by customers in Japan. Moving on, other companies with the same policies. Even though there's a very obvious lack of legal limits, companies where workers spend much more time interacting with customers in the services have taken progressive steps like Nintendo. A taxi firm, Nihon Katsu, included a similar policy in their contract of transportation terms. It allowed the taxi drivers to respond to harassment from customers. The company also said that adding the policy to the contract helps streamline the legal process. The supermarket chain My Basket surveyed all of its in-store employees in March 2022 and asked them whether they had faced harassment by customers. The company plans to take specific measures in response to these survey results. Hiromi Ikeochi, the social psychology professor and a consumer psychology expert, said that the decision made by Nintendo was timely. She said that because of all these social media posts, we're all aware of the harassment employees go through, and consumer attitudes are also changing. So, according to Hiromi, Nintendo decided at the right time because society was ready to accept a change like this. Not to mention, Nintendo employees have other perks too. Nintendo is one of those companies that doesn't shy away from treating their employees the right way. Few companies worldwide offer the benefits Nintendo offers its workers. Along with a comprehensive medical plan, Nintendo employees also get dental coverage, which most businesses push under the cosmetic rug. Trust us, this video is not sponsored, but if you work at Nintendo and want to polish your skills and potential further, Nintendo helps you cover your tuition too. At this point, we're just trying our best to get a job at Nintendo because they also provide free employee assistance and counseling, a savings plan for retirement, and paid leave. Now that we've ventured deep into the benefits the Japanese company has been providing its employees, the recent policy update sounds like one thing they lacked all along. Coming up, what do ex-Nintendo employees say about their work life? According to an ex-worker, the company has a very friendly work atmosphere and environment and cares about the employees. Even though the workload can be a lot on some days, it's still worth it. While a lot of employees were thrilled to work at the company, and almost all of them had something nice to say, but many claimed that the worst part about their job was dealing with the customers. There's a lot of harassment that the employees had to go through, with rigid Karens to teenagers asking for impossible refunds. This further justifies how important this new set of rules is for the staff. One of the employees stated that the customers were so draining that their behavior sometimes overpowered all the benefits the company offered. Their problem would have been solved if they were working right now. Some also complained about no job security, so you're always uncertain about working there. Other than that, another employee said that there weren't any advancement opportunities at the company and that they had been working there for 3 years but were still not promoted. Moving on to another piece of good news. Coming up, Nintendo is giving away a game for $2. We've got some exciting news for our Nintendo users because it isn't every day that they get their hands on one of the best games of all time for just $2. Thanks to the new Nintendo eShop sale, Nintendo Switch Lite, and Nintendo Switch OLED users can enjoy this heavy on-the-pocket game at a price no one ever thought it would retail for. We know that it has become quite hard to find reasonable deals since Nintendo started cracking down on absurdly low discounts at their eShops, but there are still deals that you can take advantage of if you have the time to sift through hundreds of discounts. Following up, which games? Thanks to the 90% discount, the all-time favorite game, Inside, from the developer Play Dead, can be bought for $2 only. For a limited time though, the game, initially released in 2016, debuted with a Metacritic score of 93, making it one of the highest-rated games of 2016. And it's also considered one of the best games of all time, according to Wikipedia. If you've played it, you probably know what the hype is all about. But even though the two games, Limbo and Inside, are pretty different in terms of narrative, the 2.5D puzzle platformer is more successful than the 2010 one, which, might we add, was also a banger. So in other words, you don't have to play Limbo to play Inside. If anything, the latter is almost the same game, but with much more oomph, you know? Next up, what does the game look like? The game's official blurb reads, "Hunted and alone. A boy finds himself drawn into the center of a dark project. Inside is a dark, story-driven platformer that combines action-packed gameplay with difficult puzzles. It has received praise from critics for its gloomy aesthetic, ethereal soundtrack, and eerie setting. With all said and done, the game is so beautifully crafted. It sets the bar too high for all the games afterward. Even though there's a total lack of cutscenes, dialogues, and heads-up displays, also known as a HUD, it kept the gamers engaged and hooked. The game is also executed pretty smoothly, and there isn't any incoherence. The entire game's narrative is told through its gameplay. Inside normally costs about $20 and takes up 1.5 gigabytes of space on Nintendo Switch. We aren't sure how long this deal will be available. It's live at the moment though. Not to forget, Nintendo's next big game. Nintendo Switch provides a great experience, just like the PS5 and Xbox, along with the portability that the other two don't have to offer. Besides that, new games are set to release, and you should get your hands on them for the ultimate Switch experience. The all-time Nintendo Switch exclusive, Pokémon Scarlet and Violet, is set to release on the 18th of November 2022. The Pokémon franchise is back and is learning the lessons that its predecessor showed, with more open-world systems and the ability to move around without the annoying transition and loading screens. This might be the next step forward for the franchise. Another game that we've all been eagerly waiting for and might have to wait a little more for is Fire Emblem Engage. It's set to release on the 20th of January 2023, but by the looks of it, it feels like the wait might be worth it. After the phenomenal Three Houses, we're getting another Fire Emblem in the form of Engagement. We're not expecting any less this time as well. Hopefully, the game will have an amazing storyline with complex characters and character development. That's a wrap for this video. What do you think about the new rules? Let us know know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you at the next one.